Hello everybody, welcome to my new SMB Sunday market breakdown. I was a long time on a vacation, a few weeks, so I will do again the SMBs. So it's good to be back and I hope you will learn again something from it. And yeah, let's start with the DXY. On the monthly chart, what we can see, if I drew a horizontal black line at these monthly highs, you can see we had here nice selling pressure for around in 2017 and here in 2020, and here we just made a false break and then we went again to the upside. So we are bullish now on the DXY. We have that bullish driver making higher highs and higher lows. We have that monthly bullish candle close for more upside momentum. So then I go to the weekly chart, and on the weekly chart I can see that we have here that institutional candle. Between all that blue candles we have one red candle, which works like a magnet. So we had here that bullish M to play out, and we went nicely to our weekly blue zone of interest with that nice small tap, and we went then to the upside till this weekly highs. So we are at the weekly highs. We need to be careful for that, but we have a weekly bullish candle, so we can look on the daily for more possible bullish momentum. So I went to the daily chart, and what I can see on the daily chart, we had here that weekly nice 2 days touch of this weekly chart institutional candle, and then we broke this structure here. So we were making here higher low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. We broke this lower high here, so we are bullish. So what I can see right now is that we can make a possible shoulder 1 here, head shoulder 2. So that's what I can see, that we can come back till this zone, but it needs to be a very big relief, and then we can go to the upside. So that's what I can see on the DXY this upcoming week. Then the first pair that I have in mind this week is NZDCHF. So if I go to the weekly chart, you can see that we were bearish. We are making lower lows and lower highs here. We had here some kind of false break of this high here, and then we made the bearish candle close on the weekly this week. So we have that weekly bearish candle close, and then I can look on the daily. So if I go to the daily chart, you can see that we have here that big bearish W here for more possible downside momentum. So what I can see again is we have here between that two big bearish candle closes on the daily, we have one blue candle, so it can work like a magnet. So this is my daily zone of interest, this white zone. And what I can see on this institutional candle, we have here nice supply and demand. We have here resistance, support, 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 and here that institutional candle sitting for a possible more downside momentum. So what I want to see is the price to come back to this white zone, and here some pattern on the 4 hour. So I will go to the 4 hour now, and on the 4 hour we need to have some more patience. So I need to have some pullback, then higher high like this, then here maybe some deceleration, 1, 2, 3, then I can set my limit on the 4th candle, and then we can go to the downside, or we can make here that possible head and shoulders, shoulder 1, head, shoulder 2, or that bearish W like this. So that's what I want to see on NZDCHF for the moment. So we need to have some patience there. So I will go to the next pair, AUDJPY. So on the weekly chart, what I can see on the weekly chart is we have here some nice selling pressure on this highs here. So what I can see here is we have this very big bearish momentum. Here again, bearish momentum, and here the false break of this highs with a bearish candle close, which is an indication. If I look further, what I can see here also, we have here a nice supply and demand zone acting as support. If I look back in history from 2013, support, resistance, support, support, resistance, support, and now it's acting here like resistance again, this whole zone here. So that's nice. We have here also a kind of ascending channel here. So the price can break out of that. So yeah. So I went then to the daily chart because the weekly, we have that weekly bearish candle close. I can look on the daily for a pattern. So on the daily chart, what I can see on the daily is we have here a possible shoulder one, head, shoulder two, which we already got touched. But we have here that weekly lows we got rejected from, so we can have a pattern reset on these highs here. So if we have here a nice deceleration or a pattern, I can take the trade to the downside. And on that daily zone, we have here also that institutional candle, subtle institutional candle, and here the resistance, false break, resistance, kind of support, resistance, resistance. So we have also a clear supply and demand zone at that zone. So if I look now on the 4-hour, what we want to see here now is a nice pattern. We already have here some kind of diesel, but we didn't hit the fourth candle like this. If I take my magnet like this, we have just a touch. So we have here 1, 2, 3, but I want to have that fourth candle, but we went already impulsively to the downside. So what I want to see right now is, or we can have that smaller bearish W like this, or we will go again to the upside and we can make here the diesel, or from there the pattern or something like that. So yeah, that's what I can see on AUDJPY. What will happen here is a mark for me. So yeah, I will follow it up. So then the last pair is silver to euro. So it's silver euro. So if I go to the weekly chart right now on silver euro, then we are bearish on the weekly chart because we had here that bearish W here for more downside momentum. This was just the false break of these highs here. So yeah, then we had here that bearish, very big candle close this week, and we can make here now that possible shoulder one, then the head, shoulder two on the daily zone. That's very nice aligning with that. So that's nice. So yeah, then I went to the daily chart, and on the daily chart, what I can see is we have here a double top, very nice, and then that shoulder one, head, shoulder two, and then we need to have some nice relief till this daily zone of interest, and then we can go to the downside from there. So that's what I can see on silver euro. Yeah, and on the 4-hour, it's a long way back up it needs to go. So yeah, we need to have here some change of structure first. So we need to have then the shoulder one, hit shoulder two before we can look more setups for more upside momentum till this daily zone of interest. So yeah, we need to have some patience also there on silver euro. So that was my weekly review. There are coming still some setups this upcoming week. So yeah, if I look to my watch list here, the watch list, then I have here also this platinum trade with the bearish candle close on the daily. Then here at institutional candle, so we can make here the bearish W. So we need to have some patience also here at this daily zone of interest. Yeah, so we need to have some patience for a few trades that are still running also. So we have here Euro AUD that is also still running from previous week. But we here that weekly bearish candle close. Then I went till the daily chart, and on the daily we had here that shoulder one here, that head, shoulder two that played out, and then we received that bearish W, first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg. And then I took my horizontal black line at these highs, because if you break this on the 4-hour, it's not valid anymore. So I went to the 4-hour, and we received here that diesel before that break of that horizontal black line here. So we received one candle second candle, third candle, and the fourth candle to the downside. I took some profits out here, 1/3, because we can make here the reversal pattern in the form of a shoulder 1, head shoulder 2 that is against us, because we already made here the daily bullish candle. So this can reverse completely to the upside. So this can happen too, because we already made the weekly bullish candle close. So yeah. And then the other trade that is still open on the weekly here is that we had here that weekly bullish M, the weekly bullish candle close previous week. So yeah, and then on the daily we had here that possible shoulder 1 here that had shoulder 2. We broke this structure from there, so we could make the inverted shoulders there. We didn't have a daily retrace candle here, but that was no problem because we had the deceleration on that daily zone of interest. So the first candle, second candle, third candle, and the fourth candle here. And then the trade was running. And yeah, we didn't touch our break-even point, so we're still waiting for that trade. So a stop loss below this 100. And yeah, I will wait what will happen there. So this is my trading week, upcoming week. So yeah, I hope you have a nice weekend, everybody, and see you next week. Bye.